You are a chosen one. People like you carry an uncommon sensitivity, notice what others don't, and live at a level of depth that seems to have no space in the ordinary world. But here's the truth. What you call exaggeration, what many call too much intensity, may actually be the reflection of a rare gift, perhaps even a kind of spiritual giftedness, one that cannot be measured by numbers or diplomas, but by perception, awareness, and purpose. There are clear signs that some chosen ones were born with a mind and a soul structured differently. If these signs are ignored, your mission can become a burden. If they are understood, they can become the key to transforming your life and the lives of many around you. Today, I want to show you 11 signs that you are a gifted, chosen one with special gifts. Maybe you've never recognized this in yourself, or maybe you felt it but could never explain it. This video is meant to help you see who you truly are with greater clarity. If these words reach you in any way, go ahead and leave your like and subscribe to the channel. My name is George, and together we will walk toward awakening. You are in the right place. Let's begin. Sign 1. Your mind thinks in layers, not in a straight line. You don't think like most people. Your mind doesn't follow the traditional path from point A to point B. You think in circles, intersections, in depth. While others look for simple answers, you see multiple possibilities. For you, a problem is never just a problem. It's a pattern, a sequence, a story with invisible branches. This kind of thinking is what we call layered. You catch a single word, and with it comes the tone of voice, the hidden intention, the emotion behind it, the person's history, and even possible future consequences. All of that runs through your mind in seconds, and that's why sometimes you feel exhausted. Many people mistake this for anxiety or mental confusion, but in truth, it's a special gift of expanded perception, and few understand the weight it carries when it's not properly understood. You don't overthink, you think more deeply. Chosen one. This gift is rare, and if it's not structured, it can become a burden. You begin to silence yourself in conversations because you realize that no one else is seeing what you see. You doubt your ideas because others can't keep up with your reasoning, and over time, you start to hide your mind. And that's the beginning of self-sabotage. But the truth is, you have one of the most powerful tools that exists, the ability to see beyond the obvious. When you accept this unique way of thinking, you stop feeling strange and start using your mind as a compass, as an instrument of transformation. You are a chosen one with a richer and more complex mental architecture. Don't shrink yourself to fit into shallow spaces. If your mind thinks in layers, it's because you were born to understand deeper realities and to teach others to do the same. Sign 2. Your inner world is more real than the outer one. You live intensely on the inside. Your inner world has color, movement, voices, directions. From a very young age, you notice that what you feel and imagine carries more weight than what happens around you. While the world moves on the surface, you dive deep. And sometimes you prefer to stay there. It's not escapism. It's depth. It's clarity. Your inner world is where ideas are born, where truths are felt, where decisions are formed. It's where you feel whole, but that's not always understood. People think you isolate yourself, that you're distracted or off in your own world. Little do they know that inside you, entire universes are being built, and here lies the silent pain. The more you grow inwardly, the smaller the world outside starts to seem. Conversations lose their spark, relationships feel shallow, daily routines seem meaningless, and you begin to think something is wrong with you. Chosen one. There is nothing wrong with you. Your gift is rare. You feel internal reality with spiritual intensity. You perceive meanings, intuitions, truths that others can't even dream of sensing. The problem begins when you try to fit into the outer world without making room for your inner one within it. You don't have to abandon your inner life, but you can't live trapped in it either. The path of the chosen one is to build bridges between the inner and outer worlds, to bring into external reality what you create in your soul. To write, to create, to guide, to transform. All of this begins when you understand that your inner world is not a hiding place, but a source of revelation. You are a chosen one. Your silence holds wisdom. Your introspection carries vision. The challenge is to express this gift, not to hide it. Sign 3. You feel the weight of life with greater intensity. For you, nothing is too light. No pain is small. No joy is just joy. Everything carries a different weight. You feel the world as if it had more gravity. Where others simply deal with discomfort, you feel a break in life's meaning. Where others adapt, you become anguished. This isn't drama, it's deep sensitivity. It's a gift that carries weight, but also great power. You sense when someone is hurting, even if they're smiling. You notice the strange silence between two sentences. You pick up on the energy of a space and feel the vibration of an injustice before it even happens. People like you are often called too sensitive. But the truth is, you are a much more developed emotional and spiritual sensor than average. And if that's not understood, it can become chronic pain in the soul. Chosen one, what you feel is not exaggeration. It's expanded spiritual awareness. The issue is that most people live numb. You do not. Your emotional system doesn't operate at a low volume. You feel sadness all the way through, and joy until it overflows. That is strength. That is connection with dimensions others don't access. But yes, it can also make you vulnerable, because the world doesn't always have space for such depth. That's why you easily tire of places, people, routines. That's why sometimes it feels like you carry more weight than you should. But this weight is also your power. When channeled, it becomes art, healing, leadership, wisdom, true love. You just need to learn to use this gift instead of hiding or denying it. You are a chosen one. And to feel deeply is to silently transform everything around you. Don't close yourself off. Don't harden. Learn to protect yourself, but never suppress yourself. Sign 4. You have a depth that others can't keep up with. You don't know how to talk just to talk. Whenever someone tells you something simple, you sense the layers behind it. You can perceive the silences, the contradictions, the unspoken emotions. Your mind naturally gravitates toward what's hidden, toward what few people notice. It's not drama. It's spiritual sensitivity. That depth bothers those who live on the surface. Many people don't want to see what you see, and when you try to share it, they pull away. They accuse you of being intense, of complicating everything, of overthinking. But the truth is that your gift exposes what many try to hide. You were born with a finely tuned antenna to pick up what lies beyond. That's part of your mission as a chosen one. Your depth is not meant to be contained. It's meant to be used with wisdom, to heal, to guide, and to transform. Many of you have spent your lives trying to hide this ability. You minimized yourselves, silenced yourselves, pretended not to see. But the more you suppress what you feel and perceive, the more disconnected you become from who you truly are. That hurts. It tires you. It distances you from your mission. It's time to stop pretending you are not who you are. Accept that you feel more, see more, understand more. And that's not a flaw. It's your function. You are a lighthouse, and lighthouses are not made to hide. They are made to guide. Sign 5. You've always felt different, but never knew why. Since childhood, you've sensed that something in you doesn't quite fit the world around you. No matter where you are, there's always this feeling of being other, of watching everything as if you were a step out of rhythm with everyone else. You try to adjust, but you never fully fit in. It's not vanity. It's not superiority. It's simply a deep knowing that there's something inside you made for something greater. Even when you don't understand what it is, you feel you carry a responsibility, a different energy, a mission that hasn't yet been fully revealed. That's a clear sign of being a chosen one. The difference that bothers you is actually your calling. You came with a rare gift, with a sensitivity that few can understand, and the world doesn't always have room for it. That's why you've often doubted yourself, tried to fit in, tried to mold yourself to what others expect. But the more you try to fit, the farther you drift from your essence. Your mission is not to adapt, it's to take a stand. What was once seen as strange will become the key that unlocks your path to fulfillment. You're not strange, you're necessary. You're not misplaced, you're simply in training for something greater. Your soul already knows this. Now it's time for your mind to accept it. Sign 6. You clearly see the potential in others, but doubt your own. You have an incredible gift. Just by looking at someone, you can see what they haven't yet discovered about themselves. You see talents, gifts, possible paths. Your sensitivity picks up not only who the person is, but who they can become. But when it comes to yourself, everything gets blurry. You feel there's something great inside you, but you can't see it clearly. That happens because your gift of perception is outwardly directed toward others and hasn't yet been directed inward. This is one of the greatest challenges for gifted chosen ones. You're so spiritually connected to human potential that you often forget to apply that same insight to yourself. And since the people around you don't see your greatness, you start to doubt if it's really there. But it is, and it's waiting for you to remember you are a revealer of destinies. But you must include your own destiny in that. You need to look at yourself with the same love and vision you give to others. As long as you keep postponing your own path, your gift turns against you. It becomes anxiety, dissatisfaction, frustration. It's time to apply your sensitivity to yourself, to plan your future with the same passion you use to guide others, to see your gift not as a burden, but as a bridge to your mission. You weren't called to dim your light. You were called to ignite others, starting with your own sign 7. You outgrow people easily, but it hurts you. You connect intensely. You give your heart. You give yourself completely. But after a while, you feel that you've grown beyond the connection, that your soul has expanded while the relationship stayed the same, and that breaks you inside, because you didn't want to leave. You wanted to bring them along. But many people aren't ready for your pace of evolution. While you live in spirals of transformation, they walk in straight lines. What was once connection becomes disconnection. What seemed like love becomes discomfort, and you start to believe the problem is you. That you feel too much, expect too much, change too much. The problem isn't you. It's that you were made to transform. Your growth is part of your gift. You came to renew yourself, to access new versions of who you are. Constantly. You're not unstable. You're expanded. But when you suppress yourself to maintain a relationship, you betray your soul. When you slow down your growth to please others, you start to get sick inside. The true bonds in your life will be with those who are also in motion, who celebrate your transformation instead of feeling threatened by it. You don't outgrow others out of arrogance. You outgrow them because you've been called to more. And now it's time to stop shrinking to fit, grow, evolve, and trust Those meant to walk with you will keep up with your pace. Sign 8. Your identity is fluid and constantly expanding. You're not just one thing. You never were. While many choose one path and stay there their entire lives, you live in constant transformation. What made sense yesterday no longer fits today. Your interests change. Your questions change. Your worldview shifts. That's not instability. It's inner growth at an accelerated pace. You are in constant renovation, discovering new pieces of yourself, breaking free from old versions, and expanding into new possibilities. But the world demands stability. It demands labels, roles, predictability. And in trying to fit, you may have tried to lock yourself into an identity that felt safe, a job, a persona, a way of being. Yet deep down, something always pulled you back toward change. Chosen one, your soul wasn't made for molds. It was made for transformation. The more you try to stabilize yourself, the more suffocated you feel. The restlessness you sense isn't an error. It's your spirit saying there's still more of you waiting to emerge. Jung said true identity must expand, and for you, that's even more essential. Your mission won't be fulfilled in one form alone. You came to move through stages, to change the world as you change yourself. You're not confused. You're multiple. And accepting that fluidity is the first step to living in peace with who you really are. Sign 9. You are driven by meaning and can't pretend something matters when it doesn't. While many live to complete tasks, chase goals, and survive routine, you feel that everything must have a purpose. A meaningless job makes you sick. An empty conversation drains you. A shallow relationship dries you out inside. You can't fake enthusiasm. You can't force presence. If something has no soul, you simply can't give yourself to it. And often that makes you feel out of place, as if you're too demanding, too hard to please, too difficult to keep around. But that's not fussiness. It's discernment. You feel the value of things with your heart. Your spirit reacts against shallowness because it was created to dive deep into what's true. This hunger for meaning isn't weakness. It's a compass. It keeps you from settling for anything less than the calling that lives inside you. And yes, that brings pain. It brings conflict, because the world gets comfortable in the superficial, and you can't pretend it's enough for you. Chosen one, you are made to build something greater, a life that reflects your inner truth. And the first step is to stop blaming yourself for not fitting into soulless places. You didn't come into the world to maintain routines. You came to spark transformation. Your drive for meaning is the clearest sign that your soul is alive. Don't run from it. Follow it, because it is along that path that your mission will be revealed. Sign 10. Your inner growth has surpassed your outer life. If you are a chosen one with special gifts, there's a strong chance that you are living through a painful dissonance. Inside, you've already evolved, matured, expanded. But on the outside, your life hasn't yet caught up with that transformation. It's as if your soul were a few years ahead of your reality. You feel it in the routine that no longer inspires you, in conversations that seem shallow, in environments that no longer fit who you are. And even though that feeling bothers you, you try to convince yourself that everything is fine, that it's just a phase. But it's not. It's a clear sign that your inner world has grown too much to go on living inside small structures. Gifted chosen ones don't evolve in a straight line. They transform in a spiral. An inner change happens, and suddenly everything around seems outdated, as if it belonged to an old you. The problem is that this mismatch, when ignored, doesn't simply stand still. It starts to weigh down on you. It shows up as sadness without reason, constant irritation, a feeling of being stuck, tired, or off balance. The soul demands coherence, and when it doesn't find that truth reflected on the outside, it starts to grow sick on the inside. Jung said that the psyche cannot live in contradiction for too long. If this resonates with you, don't ignore it. Your calling isn't to adapt to what's already too tight. It's to expand. That can begin with small steps. Changing your environment, having a more honest conversation, making a bolder choice. It's not rebellion. It's authenticity. Your outer life needs to reflect the depth that already exists within you. And the first step is to acknowledge this truth. You are no longer who you used to be, and that's okay. That is evolution. Sign 11. Your hidden gift has become a silent burden. The greatest problem for gifted chosen ones is not having too many gifts. It's not knowing what to do with them. A talent that is not recognized, understood, or channeled does not fade with time. It turns against you. You feel it when you start to doubt yourself, when your intuition seems to confuse you, when your sensitivity becomes anxiety, or when your hyperactive mind drains you instead of inspiring you. But none of that is a sign of weakness. It's your gift, locked inside a space that was never meant to contain it. Jung said that the unconscious gift behaves like a living force. It demands expression. It wants to come out. And when you ignore it, it turns into inner confusion, self-sabotage, existential crises, and even self-esteem issues. The truth is, you've always known there was something different about you. Since childhood. A sharp perception, intense empathy, a sensitivity that never fit into the simple explanations the world offered. But over time, you learned to hide it, to fit in, to avoid being called too sensitive, strange, complicated. And in hiding it, you began to lose yourself. But the gift doesn't go away. It keeps vibrating inside you, waiting for a chance to breathe. This sign is a warning. Either you start expressing who you are, or who you are will start to implode from within. It's time to stop shrinking yourself to be accepted. You were not made to fit in. You were made to transform. If you have gifts you don't yet know how to name, don't dismiss them. Observe them. Write about them. Try using them, even in subtle ways. Give them room to exist. Your gift is your mission. And once you embrace it, what once weighed you down will finally begin to guide you. Being a gifted chosen one means carrying an uncommon sensitivity, a rare emotional depth, and an intelligence that goes beyond what your environment can hold. You were not made to live a shallow life, but you were also never taught to understand the vastness you carry. That's why, so often, you've felt out of place, without a map for your own mind. For a long time, you tried to adjust, to shrink, or to mold yourself to fit common expectations. But the more you limited yourself, the more your soul grew sick. Not because you are problematic, but because you were born with gifts that need space, expression, and awareness. The discomfort you feel is not a sign of error. It's a sign that you're living below what you were created to be. Your mind sees patterns where others see only facts. Your heart feels depths that no one around you can name. Your intuition perceives layers invisible to most people. These are not exaggerations. They are tools. You are not too intense. You are simply too precise for a world that has grown comfortable with the superficial, and that's exactly why your role is necessary. The world needs people who think deeply, who feel truthfully, who see beyond the obvious. But that requires you to stop doubting yourself. It's time to recognize that your gift is not a burden. It's your purpose. When you integrate what you have inside with the life you live outside, everything changes. You stop surviving and start fulfilling your mission. There's no more time to hide. There's no more space to live halfway. You were called for something greater, and everything you feel inside is a reminder that there is a direction waiting for you. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your expansive mind is not exaggeration. All of this is your map, your guide, your calling. And now that you've heard these truths, I want to invite you to take a stand. If something I said touched you, if you saw yourself in these words, write it in the comments. Tell me which sign resonated with you the most. Tell me where you are in your journey. Your comment might be the first step toward recognizing everything you carry. I am George, and I am here to help you awaken everything you are and live as the gifted chosen one the world needs.